Hey y'all, Cleo here. I wanted to share this story with you and just hope that it encourages you like it did me. You know, sometimes, guys, like we just have to remind ourselves of God and just what He's already done for you. Like sometimes it's good to just kind of reflect back, you know, just to remind you that, hey, He's God, you know. So last year, I began looking to move from the place that I was living in because the lease was up and I didn't want to renew the lease there. And so, I'm looking for somewhere to move. And so I came across one house and I went to go see the house. This was all in November. And I went to go see the house and didn't like the house, hated everything about the house. But, and then I just knew the Lord was saying no to that house. So I was like, all right. So I went back online, started looking again, and then I came across the house that I'm in now. And guys, when I first saw the house, it was like, I just knew. And when I saw the house, the picture that they had online wasn't even the house. It wasn't the right picture. It was a picture like of my neighbor's house. And so I contacted the property manager. So all this is on the weekend of the last weekend in November. I contacted the property manager that Monday when I got to work, and I, asked about the house, and she told me that it was still available. And so I set up an appointment to come see the house. It was this house, and I wanted to see another house that she had. And when I got here, it was another family here. Now, I was a little bit, me and my friend, because one of my best friends, she went with me at the time, to go see the house. And we both were upset. Like, how you going to have somebody else come here at the same time when I'm coming? Like, I'm not used to stuff like that. So I'm just like, what? Totally discouraged, y'all. Because I'm like, now I feel like I'm in competition. But don't y'all know that when God says for you, there is no competition, right? But that's how I felt at the time. Like I was in competition now. But anyway, so I was talking to the property manager about the house, and she was telling me, I think I asked her, like, how long was the house sitting on the market? Because I know online, like when I saw it, I saw the listing was like put up like in October. So I'm thinking like, this house sat since October? Wow. So she confirmed it. Yeah, the house been on the market since October. But she said that prior to that, it was another person. I believe it was a man. He was going to lease out the property. I mean, he was going to stay here. And I think he signed the lease and everything. But he just backed out of it. For some reason, he just backed out of it. So, yeah, the house been sitting since October. Now, what makes that so significant? So, you're talking about in a market that is high demand. Houses don't just sit. At that time, it was a high demand. Even on rental properties, high. They don't sit that long. So the fact that the house was sitting from and I'm not talking about like the end of October. I'm talking about like the beginning of October. It may even, I think she put it online in October. But prior to that, like I said, somebody else was going to get it. So the house was set. It's set since October until the end of, let's just say December. Because when I went to go look at the house, it was in December. The house still wasn't rented out. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because this house already had my name on it. So it didn't matter if it was 50 people coming up in here to come see the house. It didn't matter because it was already assigned to me. God had already held this house for me. Thus, the reason why that man couldn't stay here. He couldn't stay because it wasn't his house. At that time, guys, I didn't know I would be living here. I didn't know. I wasn't looking around October. But God had already had it. It was already set for me. So that thing that I was worrying about, where am I going to live? Where am I going to move? It was already waiting for me. It was already waiting for me, guys. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this to say, the enemy, he will lie to you. And he do it to me, so I know I'm not the only one that he does this to. He comes in your mind and he makes you think that it's not going to happen for you. He gets you flustered. He gets you worrying. You get anxious. You start to worry. You start to doubt God. And then you start to doubt so much that you feel like, okay, well, I just got to make something happen. I just got to do it. I got to do this. So now you're trying to play God in your life because you feel like God is not big enough. He's not going to do it. But we're talking about a God, like I keep hearing this, and it's like when you really think about it, it's like, dang, God, if you didn't do nothing else, that alone is just enough. You're talking about a God that parted the Red Sea. Can you imagine? I know a lot of people like to go to Miami. Can you imagine going to Miami and you're on South Beach and you see the sea, it splits so you can get across? So your enemies can't attack you. And then once you get across, the water comes back down. What? So that's the God that we serve. That's the God that I serve. That's the God that I know that believers we serve, right? The enemy is not equal to God. The enemy is not equal to God. He doesn't get the final say. So his assignment is what he tries to do is he try to come in, put worry in your head, put doubt in your mind, make you think that it's not going to happen, make you think that God ain't big enough, make you think that he has the final say, that he can get to determine what's yours and what's not yours. But it's not true. So I just hope that this just encourage you like it really encouraged me. For real, because like your girl be over here going through it sometimes. Because it's like I'm just believing God for a lot of things. And it's like, Lord, but it's like I just thank God just for the fact that he even brought that back to my remembrance. Like, I'm a big God. There is nothing that I cannot do. And what's already is yours is already yours. This house was already waiting for me. So all the worrying and stuff that I was doing, panicking, like, oh my gosh, my lease is almost out. What am I going to do? It was all for nothing because the house was already waiting for me. If you're looking to move, whoever's looking to move, or you're looking to buy a home, you're looking to lease a home, whatever that you're looking to do, what is yours is yours. Just seek the Lord and ask God, where's my house? Where is my apartment? Where is my car? Where is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, just believe God, because what's yours is yours. What's yours is yours, right? So the devil is a liar. The truth ain't in him. So, all right, y'all, I'm all out of words. I don't really have nothing else to say, but that's just what I just wanted to say. Like I said, this test it's a really good story. It's a really good testimony, but it's just too much for me to put all in one video. But just keep trusting God. Just keep praising, keep on believing, keep your hope up, because God can do it. It's already yours. Whatever he said was yours, it's yours. Just don't allow the enemy to cause you to get discouraged and then walk away from your blessing or talk yourself out of it. Okay? All right. Bye, y'all.